Support WrestleTalk!
Give us a subscribe.
Hello and welcome to this special WrestleTalk Reacts video. I'm Ollie Davis. I'm joined by Luke Owen, DAD, who hasn't yet seen what we're about to watch.
No, I've now got a bit of a busy day ahead of me because usually when I was doing the Raw review, I'd get up and watch Raw. But I've now got to sort of pause, wait till you've watched it, and then say, you can now watch it.
I always am the one who doesn't know what's happening. I'm like, oh, is it another Wyatt 6 thing? Why is Bronson Reed out here? Why am I reacting to this? Oh, there's 6 tsunamis. But yeah, tables turned.
The tables have turned.
It's the Bron Breakker Jey Uso main event.
So that is interesting to me. I did say on last week's news, because I did the edited review last week, and on the podcast, well, Jey Uso held up the title in the end of his segment. So wrestling logic dictates if you hold up the title that you are chasing the following week, you are not winning said title. So it's either he's winning, which I don't think he is, or it's a bloodline thing.
Yeah. Well, obviously there's Roman might need a new partner coming up soon.
Well, yeah, I mean, he is slightly busy on the SmackDown side of things. But I don't know, because I don't think he's winning, so I think it's a bloodline thing.
Well,
I'm making predictions.
So we're going to watch the last 5 minutes of the broadcast. The story so far that the commentators and the video packages have set up, a great job throughout the episode of setting up this match and making it feel like a big deal, is that you've got Bron Breakker's youth and inexperience against Jey Uso's experience. 14 years of experience.
Sure is.
Never won a singles title.
No, they've been pushing this for a while now. This idea that, yeah, he's not won a singles title. That was the whole thing with Roman as well, like last year. And even when he went to Raw, after he left all the bloodline stuff, he was chasing singles titles and never won them. And
Bron, it's only his second title defense.
Yeah.
He's only had a program with Sami Zayn.
Again, maybe I'm jumping the gun here. Feels a bit soon. But you know, I don't think that's the case.
Bloodlines, maybe Jimmy.
Well,
Jimmy,
I'm not going to make any more predictions. I've given you my 2 thoughts, and I'm leaning more towards one than I am the other.
Hikuleo.
He's going to NXT.
Zilla.
He's apparently. I don't know where he's going.
Tamina.
Oh, if it's Tamina. The whole your WrestleTalk news yesterday was all a ruse for the big Tamina return.
Swerve! Let's press play. We've just got the point where we have had the Frankensteiner from Bron Breakker off the top rope.
Incredible. So if you were trying to queue us up with the YouTube, because they put the full match up on YouTube, 10 minutes and 6 seconds into it.
I'm going to clap when you press play.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, play.
Okay, we've got the recap there of
love
that
his Frankensteiner. He does the little pose.
But Bron, you should be staying on him right now.
Yeah.
Oh, an ad! Skipping 2, 1.
Skip.
It's going to screw up everyone's sequence.
Crowd chanting, "This is awesome."
Yep.
Was it a good match then?
It was a really good match. A good episode overall.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like the Kaiser Sami Zayn match too.
Yeah, I was really looking forward to that. And I'm also hoping there's more Reed Braun stuff.
There might be. There might be a few bits. Okay, we're in the Yay Boo spot here, but they're doing
Yeet.
Woof and Yeet.
Yeah. Oh. That's fun.
Yeah, because they both got one syllable catchphrases.
They do, yeah. Super kick by Jey Uso. Here we go. Here goes Braun. Yeah, come on, Braun.
There's too many Brons and Brawns on this show, isn't there?
Here we go, up for a... Oh, beautiful! 1,
Press slam into
2.
A power slam.
Stay on him, Breakker.
That was a good near fall for something that's not his finisher.
I was going to say, Bron, why are you surprised at this?
Yeah.
When was the last time you put away someone with that move?
You need to stay on him. It's Bron Breakker's side effect. Right. Okay, Uso's spilled outside now.
Here we go.
He's just trying to get a breather.
Is he going to be going for his big old spear? Come on now.
Bron's going to get a run up here.
He is. Get some speed on him. Here we go. Breakker. Picking up some pace.
Woof, 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 woof,
Here and he goes. Spear on the outside! Oh.
That was like a spear to the sternum.
It was, yeah.
That was a high up spear.
A spearnum.
So spear on the outside. Straps coming down.
Oh, the straps are coming down.
A lot of posing, though.
Yeah, he's gearing up for another spear. Oh, spear by Jey! No!
Look at the crowd, like the Canadian fans are, eh?
No! No! Oh my god, he's hit it! No!
Yeah.
1, 2! Oh!
That's a near fall.
Oh, that's a near fall right there.
I think the whole crowd, I bought it.
You hear the air get sucked out of that arena there as everyone bought that's the finish.
Braun, though, like he just took a spear and a splash and he's up.
Yeah.
And he's angry.
Oh, he's now pissed off.
Like that's almost a no-sell of a guy's finisher.
I mean, like Jay's the one who was selling all of this. Here we go. And now he's going to try it again. It worked so well for him the first time. Makes me feel like it's not going to work for him the second time. But here he goes. Oh, super kick by Jey! It didn't work out well for him the second time. He went to the well.
Oh, not another advert!
WWE, come on.
Who puts things in? And skip. We'll get premium eventually.
And now Jey Uso setting up for a spear of his own. Through the barricade!
Yeah, he hit it.
He did. He's going to win the belt.
Well, you don't know that yet.
No.
That could be the bloodline stuff.
Oh, wait, listen. Okay, that is a second spear. He's going up for the Uso splash again. This plays it. What? 1, 2, 3. Oh my! He actually did it.
Look at the crowd going crazy.
Man. Well, it's not what I would have done. But you can't deny that, though.
Yeah.
You cannot deny that crowd reaction.
What would you have done?
I mean, probably not book the match.
Jimmy Uso. I honestly, as soon as it happened, I wasn't even cynical. I was like, I'm just happy for Jey. That was such a well-worked final 5 minutes.
Totally.
From that amazing near fall off the first splash.
Yeah.
Because that made me think, I bought into that. Then it didn't happen. I was like, oh, maybe I do want Jey to win.
Yeah. Like that's the thing for me is that like I could say I was like, well, that's not what I've done. I think it's too early for Braun to be losing the belt. That said, it's too late to not be putting a belt on Jey Uso.
And I think that's more important.
And I think when you look at this crowd reaction right here, that is why you're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
He's too over to not do something like this.
Yeah, and it's been like, over a year since SummerSlam and the Roman Reigns match.
Yeah.
Like, he needed to deliver on the main event name.
Totally, yeah. You've been calling him main event Jey Uso now for what? Actually, 4 years? Because he kind of started that in during the pandemic times, this whole main event moniker, and has never quite lived up to it. Because he's always just been... there was a joke when he was a tag champion with Cody Rhodes, and him and Cody were in an opener, I think against the Judgment Day. It was probably against the Judgment Day. And someone said, oh, I don't watch wrestling much, but I'm watching a guy who's called Main Event Jey Uso in the opener, whose theme song is, I'm now on my own, and he's in a tag team.
I always said when it first happened, like, I can call myself Big Dick Ollie Davis. It doesn't make it...
Sometimes things are true.
How do you feel about Braun? Because, Jey, agree. What about Braun now?
It's bad timing, I think, is more what it is. Like, I don't think he should have been losing the belt this soon. You just told this, 4-month story or whatever it was of him winning the belt. Actually, probably about a 2-month story, maybe, of him winning the belt. And then you take it off him in his second title defense. I almost feel like he's a victim of circumstance. Like, it's not the right time for Braun to be losing the belt. At the same time, it's not the right time for Jey to not be winning the belt. And I think if you were provided with those two options, I'd probably go with Jey, then I go Braun. Because it's not like this is going to bury Braun Breaker. Like, Braun... And if the story of the match is, it's inexperience versus veteran experience, then that finish there kind of works out for that. Because that was Braun going to the well one too many times,
Yeah.
rather than thinking about what is my next step. He just did, well, that thing worked first time round. I'll just do that again.
Early on in the match, he also did the Scott Steiner push-ups.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, so he was...
Did you call him a fat ass or something?
But I think there is a reason for Braun to lose this match within his character, because I wasn't a fan of when Sammy beat him on the first title shot, but it happened, okay?
Yeah.
And then Braun won the rematch.
And that was youthful inexperience versus veteran experience.
So there you have Braun having one opponent, really. He had one program for the IC title. All of the matches were against Sami Zayn. He lost to Sami Zayn the first time. Youthful inexperience. What did he do? He went away and he learned. In the second match, he won the belt. In the third match, he defended the belt, retained it, and won the rubber match. It's like whenever Bron Breakker goes up against a new credible opponent, he'll lose the first match because he's got to learn.
Okay, so what you're saying, he's going to the well one too many times in his own storyline?
No, MJF did this for years and it was okay.
I think maybe it's because it's just come so soon after the Sammy one that I'm like, I think I could have gone with something else for Bron Breakker. But honestly, I do think this is it's a victim of circumstance more than anything. I think both of them in the same. Jey really should have been in this sort of position a while ago, but he was never going to beat Gunther because he wasn't the right guy to beat Gunther. He was never the guy to beat Damian Priest because he wasn't the right guy to beat Damian Priest or Seth Rollins. So it kind of felt like it's like, well, he should be a champion, but it's not the right time for him to be champion. I mean, what does this mean for War Games? Like, if they are doing Bloodline, is he going to lose the belt before then? I mean, I hope he doesn't.
He could have the belt in there. Be quite an interesting visual with Roman with no belt and Jey with a belt.
Oh, that I do like, actually. Because my first worry there was, well, we've lost the Women's World Championship to be just sort of like in this sort of faction warfare thing. Like, it's become a prop within the Rhea Liv storyline. I don't want the IC belt to now feel a prop within the Bloodlines. I mean, the tag belts on SmackDown kind of already feel like that. I don't need another belt to feel like a prop within that group. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I was like, if your story is Jey hasn't won a belt for 14 years, then you don't want to just have him lose it straight away because then it's just, well, then it wasn't about a belt. It was about having an accolade. And you could just make up accolades.
Off the back of Braun just having a short reign as well.
Yeah.
With Breakker, though, I don't think necessarily put him back in the IC title picture. I think now, let Jey go off, have his own run, and Braun can be super pissed off. Maybe he has a Braun Strowman Hoss thing, something with Bronson Reed, something with Priest, something with McIntyre once he's done with CM Punk. Yeah. Steadily build him up, and then he can face Gunther. He can go into that world heavyweight title picture.
That's what I'd like to see.
Like most other people in Triple H's reign who win the IC belt, it's a step up.
Yeah.
And then, don't beat Gunther, but gets over in defeat.
That's it. If you can put him into programs now, because that's the follow-up for Braun, because Jey will be fine. But it's the follow-up for Braun now. And I don't think this is going to be the end of Bron Breakker.
No.
He's far too young and good for this to be the end. This won't even be a blip on his career, probably, when you look back on it. Like, if you look back in 5 years' time, no one's going to say, like, oh, do you remember his first terrible IC title run? I don't think anyone will say that. So, yeah, I think he'll be absolutely fine coming off the back of it.
Lost it too late. No, won it too late, lost it too early.
He should have beaten Sami Zayn at Money in the Bank,
yeah.
if you ask me. Do you think this was the plan?
I don't think... I mean, you could have had a really good Jey versus Sami match. There's a lot of context there.
Yeah, because I don't think this was the plan. 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, whatever it was, so before SummerSlam, they were talking about Sami and Jey tag teaming again. Like, they were doing backstage segments where they were going to go after the tag belts. And then all of a sudden, randomly on 1 week of Raw, Jey did a backstage segment and was like, oh yeah, me and Sami aren't doing that anymore. I'm going to go after the singles belts.
Bit of a Terror Triplets thing as well he got sucked up into.
I don't know if this was the plan when Braun won the belt, that they were going to switch it to Jey and then do Sami in the Gunther program.
How dare you? Triple H books 3 years in advance at a minimum.
Based on those backstage segments where they were like, we're going to go after the tag belts, and then one was like, nah, no, we're not anymore. We're going to go after different belts. That makes me think this was not the plan 5 weeks ago.
Well, we'll have more thoughts in our Raw review over on the WrestleTalk podcast channel later, so go over to WrestleTalk podcast, subscribe over there, and we'll have a full review of the whole show. I'll have my news up later today as well, so make sure to stick around on the WrestleTalk channel and go over to patreon.com/WrestleTalk. That's the best way you can support us to keep making this content. And also, Monday Night War, The Last Chance, is exclusively up there now. A new episode went up yesterday.
Also, I mean, I'd be curious to know, comment down below, yeet or no yeet? What did you think? What would you have done? Because I'm very curious to this. For me, it's yeet.
But for now, hey, go check out yesterday's news episode where the WWE star reportedly done with the company.